So our support network, I would say, is great in number. So like, I think there are always people around that we could talk to, and we're lucky in that. So like, we have friends, we have family. My family's close. His parents aren't very far. I have a therapist. Like, I have even like colleagues who are familiar with working with people with grief or trauma or something like that. I think at least for me, where I get stuck is I don't actually want that sometimes, because I don't feel like understood, um, because I didn't have the capacity or interest to share a lot in the beginning. And so people like don't know a lot of what happened. I mean, they know like the basic gist of it, right? But like they, in some ways, like what's harder for me is not like the overarching transplant. It was like all the things that led up to that or happened while we were there, or like the details in managing her after the fact. And I don't really have the energy to explain it now either, but I'm almost like mad at myself because like I don't want to explain it, but I want them to know. And like you can't have those things at the same time. And so where I have gotten most of my support is like the other cardiac parents that I've met, is particularly one or two of them who the hospital put us in touch with, who I can just call or like text and be like, like we had to do this again today. And they'd be like, oh my God, it's so annoying. Or like, or like when we got readmitted to the hospital, like like those people are the people I told first, because I knew that they would understand like the plight of being in the hospital, never mind like the rest of it. It's just too complicated. And like sometimes other people need managing and there's no space for that. And so on the one hand, I think if you on paper, right, like we have the most support network that like you could ask for, but I also don't like know or want to utilize it most of the time because I just don't know how, or I don't feel comfortable doing it yet. And so, yeah, I mean, I lean a lot on the other cardiac moms, which I have apologized for before, but I mean, we all do it for each other, right? Like now I do it for other people too. And so I would prefer to be that person for someone, because I get that like sometimes it's not, there is nobody else, not because they're not actually physically there, but because like there's too many unspokens that like you need help with that you just don't want to talk about.